Me win. There we go. Okay, welcome, welcome. I see a lot of beautiful faces here. So happy to have you all here. Thank you, Abby, for sharing your team meeting time with some ladies here. I see some faces and videos that were included in this process. I can't wait for this to be unveiled. Um, so if you're where you can take some notes and kind of see what's about to happen, I think you're going to be super excited. So this goes back just um for years, like Larry and I have been approached by multiple application companies, technology companies for us to endorse, for us to say, who can you take this to? Really wanting to get into our database of people of networkers. And quite honestly, it's just never been ever a match. And I'll tell you why, because whenever you start into whenever you're looking at an application, whenever you're looking at technology, that's not the magic dust. That's not what grows a business. That's not what builds a team. That's not what's going to grow your sales. And so, every single time, whenever companies take an application or they take a piece of technology, they think that that's going to be the thing that's going to be the thing or be the catalyst that takes them to the next level. And quite honestly, technology is just a delivery mechanism. Without a strategy, without something to support that strategy, then it always falls short. And so, quite honestly, we've just never aligned with anything. And so then fast forward to, it goes back to August. One of my really good friends, John, he was partnering with Zoom technology, and we'd used this platform throughout the pandemic. And he was like, I got to introduce you to this guy. You're going to love him. And I'm like, okay, John. So honestly, I was very reluctant because here we are with another application. But whenever I met Brian, and Brian is the owner and creator and all the things, I fell in love with Brian. And more importantly, I fell in love with his vision. I fell in love with his heart, because not only was he a networker, had been a networker, but an IT, I'm going to say an IT nerd too. But his heart and passion really connected with us because he was really aligned with Larry and I and who we connect to, which is the 80%er, that everyday person, the stay-at-home mom, the long-haired hippie construction worker kind of people. And he said, everything that I do and everything that I build with the 80%er in mind. And I know a lot of you have, I mean, like I look at Lori and the systems that you built, like, Abby and, Kristen, like all the techie things that you guys have been able to do, which is really great. But this piece right here, we wanted to bring to Riemann back in September, because I was like, okay, this could be the thing. This could be because it was really geared for simplicity. It really was geared for everyday people could use and implement with a strategy that Larry and I have used Talk Demo, the use Talk Demo concept. But as you all know, there's been some since September, there's been some challenges, there's been some speed bumps, there's been some things that, Riemann has encountered along the way, and there's just hasn't been that time. And so whenever I approached Abby, whenever I approached Amy, I approached Lori, I said, okay, ladies, like this is what we have, this is what I see, this is what I'd like to do. What if we were to take a group of your ladies and build a focus group around this instead of trying to launch it to the entire company? What if we just take a small group of ladies that you're working with, and if we can build something that they could use for simplicity, for growing their sales team, for growing their, not only the sales, building the sales, but also building the teams at the same time. Because as you well know, we're really building where worlds collide, because we have a group of ladies that really focus on product and driving through product and product sales. And then we have the other side who love to recruit and build teams through product sales. So what we've done is we feel like that we've have a nice blend of bringing those two worlds together as they collide. So I have the special privilege of I got to meet Bree, And so I've been working with her over the course of this last several months, and she's amazing because not only does she understand the tech piece whenever I met her, but her background is a top leader in cosmetics, makeup, and skincare. And so whenever I was like, okay, this is what I see, this is what I feel. So she was very instrumental in with her experience in working with the field, but also the tech and the marketing side as we put this together. And so over the last course of the several months, we've partnered with, we've got Lori here, we've got Abby. They've been very instrumental, and you'll see some of these ladies' faces as we go through this process. So I just want to thank each and every one of you ladies, because without this, like this obviously there would be no ownership. It would just be another lay flat technology piece with no real life behind it. So with further ado, I want to turn this over to Bree, some mastermind of like helping us put all of these amazing pieces together for you. So Bree, here you go. Take it over, my friend.
Thank you so much, Taylor. And, Taylor is not kidding when she says she's inundated with vendors and people saying, try our product, look at this, we want this, and how protective she is. I think I met you last fall, and it took till winter of 2025 for her to say, okay, now I'm ready to see what this can do. And I don't take it lightly that you've put me in front of these leaders that you mentor here, Taylor. And I just know what a mama bear I was with my organization. I was very selective of who I introduced them to. And so I consider it an honor that you brought us here today. Thank you so much. This has been a beast of a project, and it's been so much fun. And I hope you know, you incredible leaders that are here, how detailed and meticulous Taylor was in curating what this should look like, even before she brought in the ladies whose faces you'll see in the videos, the conversations we had behind the scenes. And I want you to look at this and say, how do I use this to keep things simple for use, talk, demo? This is not the game changer. The game changer is you. And if you are a leader, you know that. How many of you have been a leader in this space, in this industry before Riemann even? Can I just kind of get an idea of the experience we have here? So we know how many times we've been promised something's a game changer, right? We stay, the technology comes and goes, but we stay. I believe the leader is the game changer. And I believe the leader in the field is the game changer, because that's the people who we have boots on the ground. We know what's working and what's not working. We understand the difference between tried and tested versus field theory of what might work. And so really what you're getting here is the collective brain of all the experience that Larry and Taylor have and what actually works in 2025 in this hybrid space that we need to work. We need to master the social selling part. We also need to master growing your organization and the team building part. And how do we marry those two spaces into one cohesive place? Because that's really where the companies who are doing the best and will continue to grow and scale in this space are living. Wouldn't you agree? They understand social media, but they also understand the kitchen table and bringing those two worlds together. Hey, Amy White. I'm bringing those two worlds together. And that's really, really critical. And that's what we believe here at AICE. More than half of our team and almost all of our marketing team come from the field, including our CEO and our founder. The only people who don't have network marketing experiences are engineers, and we don't really need them to do that. They're not people. They are tech people. But you get the benefit of partnering with a company that really does understand what it's like to sit across a kitchen table or to turn on Zoom the first time, and your whole team is looking at you like you're supposed to know what to do, and it's March of 2020 and you just learned what Zoom was the day before, but you've got to put on your happy face and make it work. I see you laughing, Kristen. Were you there too? It's like, oh yeah, we totally know what we're doing. We've had 12-hour notice while we're trying to make sure we have toilet paper at the same time, but we've got this. Let's run this team. Let's grow. And we did, and we thrived. And then we had Brian Jewell, who's a CEO and founder of this company, who started in network marketing at 17 years old. We always joke because he lied on his application so that he could sign up in network marketing. And on his senior trip, Instead of playing around on the senior trip and focusing on that, he actually earned his first BMW car award with his network marketing company. And then he went into software engineering, worked for Fortune 500 companies. But in the back of his mind for a decade, he said, if I could build the perfect app for direct sales, this is what I would do. This is what I would do. And 2 years ago, he started that process. Last year was our soft launch, and January 2025 was our official wide launch to all the companies. So we actually been working with Taylor even before this app was officially launched to the world. That's how informed Taylor and Larry stay on keeping the pulse on what's happening in the industry. They know before the whole world even knows what's going on and have a chance to look at it. So I'm going to kick this off. I'm going to just give you a quick high level view of what ACE is. And then we're going to show you what we've actually built, that this custom funnel for you all that you will be able to use. And then we're going to show you how to get your free trials started so that we really can, you guys are the focus group to test this out, get feedback on how it's working, and to improve and teach you how to customize this as well. So we ready? I should have the sharing powers. Let's go. Share sound. You have to check all the boxes because you know how it goes.
So you might be wondering, what is this ACE thing? Why do I keep seeing it?
ACE is the place to be if you want to 10x your team and get back your time. I love it. You will too.
It's extremely helpful for your marketing. It's extremely helpful for your team.
Building a direct selling business used to be simpler. It used to be that you just needed your phone, your products, and a presentation. You were good to go. Now, if you listen to the gurus, you need to have 18 software subscriptions, a certification in digital marketing, and you need to become an influencer, whatever that means. Hope you're good at dancing. See, we disagree. We believe simplicity still scales. You don't need more apps. You don't need more noise. We all just want clarity and a platform that lets you share systems of duplication. ACE is that platform. It's built around a simple truth. Your target market is already in the deck. We call them your ACEs. Now, not every card's an ACE, but the right ones, they're your people.
I love that. It's not often that you get a partner that, say, kind of bleeds the same color blood. At the end of the day, this is a breath of fresh air.
ACE helps you flip the cards faster by giving you the tools to attract the right people, invite without pressure, convert with clarity, and engage your community. No more duct taping expensive tools together. No more trying to run your business from a desktop when you live on your phone.
And you guys figured out how to add the tracking in there, the coolness, the sexiness, all these components, and this allowed the speed and something that actually works. Not noise that actually work, it's not theory. We're freaking killing it because of this, like killing it.
Need to create a form? Easy. Need to launch a funnel? Simple. Want to post a video but need a teleprompter? You got it. Want to share scripts to your team? Built for it. In partnership with our friends at Canva, Zoom, and Project Broadcast, ACE is on a mission to create simple but powerful tools for you at every stage of your business. Because you're us. We get it.
ACE gets us. Finally, someone gets us.
ACE gets it. They truly understand the fundamentals of our profession.
Listen, we come from direct selling. We believe in the promise of this profession. And because we're continually trying to make your life easier, we are excited to announce that this summer, you'll finally be able to leave Facebook groups behind. Soon, you'll be able to create free communities for onboarding, training, and belief-building content all in one place, all from your phone. Because simplicity scales. That's what ACE is. Now let's go flip the cards.
All right. Anybody excited to see more? A little bit more? Yeah, I was looking at your face, Catherine. You were like deeply paying attention. I was like, uh-oh, she's my detail girl. I better pay attention to her. She's going to have questions for sure. I love details because that's where I live. I live in the details. So you heard a lot of really cool features that are available in ACE. We're going to go through these just a little bit, high level, one at a time. If any of these apps look familiar, if you've used any of them, a content keyboard, something to house all your links and have a beautiful link in bio, a place to use AI to help you craft scripts, something to shorten those ugly URLs and make them pretty links, forms, being able to have a place where you could feature a product or the opportunity and then to redirect them. We've got all of that. AICE has your content library. You can access it right on your keyboard. If you've used a content keyboard before, you know exactly what I'm talking about, where everything is there. You pull it up and drop it in. Activity tracking, which I believe we do it in the simplest, cleanest way that I've ever seen. Contact management, so you have a built-in CRM that's going to help with you, not just you, but your team keeping things organized. Event scheduler, replacing your calendaring app where you send out those booking links. You've got those built in. An AI assistant to help craft scripts, captions, posts, emails, whatever it is that you want. Interactive video, which we're going to show you, is very new and unique for us. Page creation, smart notes, teleprompter, and some popular integrations like Zoom, Canva, and Project Broadcast. Any of those, drop a 1 in the chat or an emoji in the chat if you've used any of these apps before in your business, right? Yes. I bet we're going to see everybody here has used at least one of these. And that means you're paying to log in, log out, log in, log out. And if you're like me, I was paying for Big Zapier so that it would link all of these tools together because I was tired of the log in, log out. AICE is going to help take away some of that tech fatigue that we get now. YouTube videos that have all the stuff on the side here where you share a YouTube video that's beautiful, that talks about your product or your opportunity, but then it's got a commercial on the front of it. It's also got all the recommended videos from maybe competitors or why I quit network marketing, the trolls in the comments. Lots of distractions. You get to house YouTube videos, and I'll show you how to do that like this. Nice and clean, only what you want to share, no commercials, no suggested videos next, no comments. You can take any YouTube or Vimeo video and clean it up and share. That right there, when we've shown leaders that, they're like, oh, thank goodness. No more looming, screen recording, finding safe share, any of those other ways to share what's already been created. Interactive videos with links to anywhere. You can follow up with leads. You can launch a new product. You can engage with new brand partners, in your case, planners, and really get to create some incredible reco to show you what that looks like. Then we've got a teleprompter. Many of you come from this space where you are highly skilled in social media, but how many times have you heard someone on your team say, oh, if I could sound like you, oh, if I had your words, then I could make a reel, then I could make a TikTok, then I could make a post. We have a built-in teleprompter, and I don't know if you've looked into teleprompters. I have looked into them before, and they can get pricey as an add-on and another tool that needs to be linked. This is built in. You can create a script, share the script in AICE with your entire team, and then they can pull it up on the teleprompter and use it and have your exact words, but in their voice and their face, and download it to make any reels or videos that they want. We also have personal pages, digital business cards that are easy templates ready to go that they can utilize, feature a product video embedded in there, and we can create the template. You can create an unlimited number of templates for them. And all they have to do is add their own social media links. It's that easy, and add their own face. They probably don't want to use your face, but everything else you've got built in there is shareable. We also have several templates. You guys, we have this incredible template we're about to show with you that can be used just as is, shared, or customized for you as a leader. And then you can make, like I said, unlimited templates for anything else as well. We've got our CRM built in here. This is not a big, giant, complicated, does everything CRM. This is made for the 85% of your team that this is the side gig. They don't want to learn complicated systems. They need something clean and easy, keep notes of their clients, their prospects, their leads, their team members, and be able to use the power of AI to help them craft messages to follow up next with these people. Then we have our AICE Academy. We have real people who, like I said, have experience in the field on our support team. We have an incredible support team that's available Monday through Friday through business hours on a phone or email. And then after hours, we have a new live chat that is launching for that. But also we have our YouTube channel. We have AICE Academy, which is in your app with lots of short 1 minute or less videos that teach every little thing that you might have a question on how to use. And we have live onboarding tutorials where we do breakout rooms, ACE 101 for the person who, the person, they're like, I don't even know where my app store is. We start with where to find in your app store. Then we have an intermediate room where in that breakout room, they are familiar with tech, but they might not be a graphic designer VA level. Then we have our ACE Pro room, which those are for the people who know how to do it all fast and they just really need ideas and brainstorming. We have incredible prices built for the average everyday team member. Even though this replaces about 5 to 6 apps for the average 85%er, it replaces about 15 apps if you are a super user of technology, if you're a leader. And our pricing is priced with the different groups in mind. $9.99 is our ACE Essentials. This is made for the sharers. This is made for the person who they are probably never going to make their own interactive video. They may not have any desire outside of a digital business card to make any type of landing pages. They want to share everything you have and be able to clone it and customize it very simply. That's $9.99 a month. That includes the content keyboard. They can pull up everything in the keyboard, everything on the phone, everything on the desktop. It's going to include the activity tracking, which I'm going to show you what that is because that's been key for our companies that are using us and our field leaders that are using us to get the highest conversion. It's got the CRM there for them to track their leads, their customers, and their team members. And then it's got the event scheduler for them to book demos easily and syncs with their calendar. ACE Pro is $19.99 a month. And that gives you everything ACE does. That's the AI, that's the interactive video, that's the smart notes, that's the teleprompter, that's the gym site, which replaces Bitly. And then for $10 more, if you do need ACE Pro, if the 40-minute free Zoom isn't working for you, or you're paying more than $10 for Zoom, then you can merge your Zoom, keep your same personal meeting ID, keep all of your same recordings and everything. We are an official licensed partner of Zoom. And so you can bundle it with your ACE for $10 more. It gives you 500 meeting attendees and 10 gigabytes of replay storage, which is double the storage that you get on regular Zoom. So let's go ahead and play a little bit with what we've built for you. This is, you'll recognize some familiar faces, and this is built so you can use it as is, or you can customize it and put your face, your name, your branding right over the top of it. It really is a done for you or done with you funnel that we've made here. So let's watch.
Hi guys, welcome. If you are curious about Ramon, you are not alone. Whether you've been drawn to our high performance K-beauty line or intrigued by the story behind the brand, you're in the right place. Tap below to begin.
So this is an interactive video. Now you saw she spoke, I don't know, was it 8 seconds, 10 seconds? We have that script. Imagine you or your top performing team members being able to put their face that says, hey, Taylor, so excited you clicked on my link. And then you can personalize this video for every person, or you can make it generic with just your face. These buttons are already built for you. It's very simple, and I'll show you how to customize this. We're going to go ahead and hit the Remon story because Explore the Products is just a shorter version of the Remon story. So we'll click the Remon story so you guys can see a little bit more about this. And I'm going to fast forward through the video. Taylor, do you want me to play the whole video? Or do you want me to fast forward through a little bit?
Yeah, you can just fast forward. Like, I think that they see the global concept. I think that's the most important part.
Perfect.
So I just, but one thing that I do want to point out here, Bree, that as you're watching this, ladies, please bear in mind that everything that's here, you don't have to replicate. It's already here for you. Like you don't have to create anything. And as the buttons, as they go through products or as they go through as you user of the app, it's all link attributed to you. So I want you to bear that in mind, that you could just take this as is, have your own link on there, and you're ready to share it and be able to generate sales and new planners. So I just want you to think about that as we're going through this process.
All right, here we go.
Hi, I'm Abigail Meister, and the most important things in
So this, Abby goes into, I should have probably asked if you want me to call you Abby or Abigail, but Abby goes into a story for those that like the story. They chose the option, I want to hear the Remon story. And then watch what happens. Buttons pop up and she's asking them, are you interested in the products? Are you interested in the opportunity? Or do you want to hear some testimonials? Let's click I'm interested in the products. There's a video here that goes into detail. This video is probably very familiar to you. It goes into the ICD skincare system. And then we've got a carousel of before and afters that they can click through or let it just automatically click through and see real results from real people, because you guys know before and after sell. We love it. How many shows have we been watching for the last 15, 20 years of before and after home makeovers, face makeovers? And that's what such a big part of TikTok is as well. Then we've got these testimonials. You probably recognize.
Hi, I'm Natalie Bacon.
Faces.
I live in Casper.
Hey, my name is Carrie. I'm 50.
They can play these, listen, and then click here to learn more about the Signature Skincare line. We've got the company video right here. It plays for them. And here's why this works. We're finding this layout converts so quickly because if you guys are like me, very rarely am I watching something on TV and I don't have my phone. I know it's a really good show if I have to put my phone down. Any of you guys have a show that it makes you put your phone down? Severance was that show for me. I'm like, oh, I had to watch 3 episodes. Just Amy, you're laughing, Amy Lane. It wasn't for you. It's like, this is I got to put my phone down kind of show. People were, our brains now the last 5 years have been trained to scroll while we watch. And so instead of them just having your video playing in the background, we are letting them scroll while they're still listening. Because if they're going to scroll, let them scroll and stay on message. And so they're listening to your company video. And while they're listening to that, they're getting to scroll down, learn about the ICD signature line, the essential Remon ritual, and then that signature line experience kit. And then once they're done listening and watching that video, now they get to make a choice. Which way do they want to get started? So if they say, okay, I'm going to start with the signature line, this right here is automatically attributed to your cart. I'm obviously not a planner with Remon, and so this didn't go to a cart for me. This right here is automatically linked to your cart because when you sign up with AICE, it's going to ask you, do you have your website? So you know the one that says abby.remon, that you'll put right in there, and you won't even have to copy and paste that link here. Any place that says get started, our system will automatically have that attribution built in for you. So whether it's you or you have someone who doesn't understand technology at all, as long as they have signed up for that ACE Essentials plan, everything that's built automatically takes it to the cart. People can go shopping, watch the videos, and they don't have to know anything about tech. Now let's go back to our funnel here, and we're going to click on learn more about the opportunity.
Hi, I'm Abigail Meister, and the most important thing too.
Fast forward, and I'd be interested in the opportunity. We've got here really powerful but simple and clean languaging. This languaging is built on decades of experience from Taylor and Larry, the field here, what we've been able to see at a high level perspective, working with lots of companies right now in this space, and also what's converting right now in 2025. Got this awesome video. You guys will recognize the video. We've used as many company assets as possible embedded here. Goes into the comp plan and what makes Remon different. If you notice, there is a brilliance here. I was asking Taylor, tell me about Remon. What makes it unique? What makes this opportunity unique? And she did such a beautiful job of saying, here's why the gig economy makes so much sense. The gig economy, everybody, I believe every thinking person, especially women who lived through 2020, will never be satisfied with just a plan A again. We all know we need a plan B. We have friends who are dentists that were on unemployment during the pandemic. Even that wasn't necessarily considered essential. And so this talks about the gig economy. Then it goes into the next trend, which is K-beauty, and why K-beauty is such a big deal. So now you've got them thinking, yes, I do need a side gig. Ooh, K-beauty, I've heard of it. That makes sense. And then you funnel them down into why Remon. If you're convinced you need a side gig, if you're convinced that K-beauty is the smartest side gig, why should Remon be your choice? We've got the comp plan, got these incredible videos embedded here. They can click on all of them or just one of them. You'll see some familiar faces that are on this Zoom here. And then it goes even to more. Why K-beauty is going into all the different reasons why K-beauty is booming right now. More company videos, what Remon has achieved specifically, the markets we're in, and then info to get started. So they say, that sounds great, but I need to try these products. I don't even know what these products are. We funnel them back to the product side. Or they're like, actually, I am ready to be a planner.
Hey
Click on
friend,
info
and
to get
welcome to the
started.
team. I'm so excited.
And again, this is another video ready to use, goes into the different bundles because we know these bundles change monthly, and that's a very dynamic part of this. So this funnel will always stay updated with whatever changes are happening. You don't have to worry about going in and changing the videos. We are working with Taylor, and anyone that she puts in our space that says, hey, this video needs to be updated, this piece needs to be updated, so that you're not constantly in this cycle of worrying about what's happening with the funnel. And then here, this won't work for me because I'm not a planner, but this will go straight into here. You see, it says refer attribution. It'll have your attribution right here, so they can enroll directly with you. Or if this is someone on your team, it'll roll directly with the team. If you're like me, you've built a lot of things, and then even something as simple as a Google form, it's like, no, you have to force the copy. You have to make a copy because otherwise I'm getting all your people's responses. Has anybody else ever had that happen? And your average team member can't even figure that piece out, that component. We've built all of that in. So whether it's a form, a video, a link to sign up, a link to purchase a product, all of that is attributed. They get the responses. It's housed in their unique ecosystem so that you're not funneling that information through them. So I'm going to pause here and take some questions. Or Taylor, if you have something you want to make sure that I bring up that maybe I missed.
No, I think Abby and Lori, Amy, like some of the ladies who are involved in the process, I think to hear from them would be really great. Abby?
Yeah, I'm so excited. Thank you, Bree. That was awesome breakdown. I'm just really excited about this because just I think as leaders, some of the biggest things we face every day that takes up so much time and energy is having text messages that say, where's this, where's that, where's this? You know, you're in conversations and you don't know where to find something. And I know, you know, for us, we've got YouTube videos, we've got Telegram, we've got WhatsApp, we've got Facebook groups, and that is too complicated for the new person getting started. And so, you know, when Taylor and Bree brought this, I'm just like, great. Like if you have someone on your team just starting who's never done network marketing, they're not familiar. Like I know we have a new like corporate real estate agent on here. I think I saw earlier, like she's never been in this industry before, but I know she can talk to people. And I know that she probably would get really frustrated, overwhelmed, and maybe not even up and running if she had to learn everything a lot of us network marketers have been in the industry for a decade and learned. And that's not the gig economy. That's not what we're doing here anymore. We're trying to equip people with immediate success and simple systems. So where there's confusion, there's inactivity. So just to be able to have one tool, one resource at your fingertips, I just think it's going to be a game changer. And I've also loved the social proof. You know, I would love, Bree, if you shared just a little bit about a test group that you rolled this out to and, you know, what you were explaining their results were, because video testimony is so powerful.
All right. So yes, for sure. What we have seen is, and you guys know this industry is dominated by women, and women, we're masters at sharing, texting. Use Talk Demo. I feel it was built for our brain because we need to keep things simple because we've got so many other things going on. We've got a job, you've got the kids, you've got the family and all this. And ACE is really scaling where people who are embracing the gig economy need something fast. So we actually just launched on a Zoom with over 3,500 people this weekend on Saturday, Abby. And so you and Taylor don't even know these stats, where there is an entire flow with attribution to their cart. And it's incredible what we're seeing. But one population we launched in February, within 3 weeks, we had even a top leader who she built her organization and her team, but she said in her own words, she was never really strong in personal sales. within 3 weeks had doubled her personal sales. And the only difference was she started sharing the ACE page gem with the product on it. That same template, product, video, benefits that they can scroll and read while the video is playing, and then add to my shopping cart. That simple change that she was able to share. And I know one of you asked, where can you share this? Anywhere you can send a message. You can pull this up straight from your keyboard. And so, or you can open the app, or you can open the desktop. Anywhere you can text, DM, PM, post a link in your stories, you can share any asset in ACE. I do want to show you the share tracking activity, because that is really what is making the difference for your average everyday distributor. So if I have this video here and I want to share it, but I want to know who's looking at it, I can hit share public link. This will create a link that I can use anywhere. It's a stagnant link. It never changes, and I can share that. But if I hit share with contact and I put Taylor Thompson, now what's happened is I've just copied a trackable link, and I'm going to drop it in our small group, because I don't want to drop that in the big group. I'll get notifications forever. I've made that mistake, because you're going to get an email notification and a notification in the app when they click on it. And so if you could click on that, Taylor, in the WhatsApp chat, you'll notice here, Taylor Thompson just clicked the link. And then as she starts, and you don't have to do this right now, Taylor, but as she starts to click on more information about the products, more information about the opportunity, get started, I'm going to get notifications on exactly what it is she's clicking on. So I'll know she keeps clicking the ICD signature line over and over again, but she hasn't purchased it. She wants it. She keeps clicking the opportunity, but she hasn't signed up. Just the activity tracking alone is giving so much useful data, so much good feedback, that I know where to go. If I was looking to follow up with someone and I sent a link out, a new product page out, this funnel out, I would start with the people who are engaging with the content. And if I was coaching Abby, if Abby was on my team and Abby's saying, oh, I'm not getting any results, I just don't know what to do, I'd say, Abby, open up your ACE app. Go ahead and click, and let's see what your activity tracking looks like. Okay, it looks like you have 11 clicks from 11 different people. Tell me about Shelda. Tell me about Taylor. Tell me about Latrice. Tell me about Corey. Tell me about John. And I would use that as a coaching basis for knowing, where do we start next? Where do we start first? And then we go through the process of, all right, how are you following up, what to say? And then you've got your AI assistant here that you can ask it, help me come up with a script to speak specifically to so-and-so. That's our network. Under our network, I can pull up. So if I pulled up Taylor, I'll pull up Taylor. I've got two of you, Taylor. I'm not sure why, but you see here, we've got, if I had her Facebook, her Messenger, WhatsApp, Threads, Instagram, X, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, I would be able to open this up on my phone. Any of those apps, send messages directly there. Also, any notes I would have. I'm going to show you someone that I've got lots of notes for, because I keep using him as a demo for this. He's my friend, and anytime he hears about this, he laughs. So you see here, I've got his WhatsApp, Messenger, Facebook. So I can open this on my phone and immediately message on those platforms, but also any notes that I put in here. So I've got, he was hospitalized recently. He is friends with this person. He's interested in skincare. He has an octopus and a green hair. He has 14 kids. This little bio keeps being updated with any notes from any conversations I've had, anything that I want to make a note of. I don't have to go through an old spiral notebook and look and see before I get on this call with him. I can look at the AI and it updates his bio, and I can say, okay, this is what I need to talk to AJ about. I can create tags that funnel the information through, and all of that is available to your sharers. They're going to take your one gem, they're going to share it, they're going to look at the tracking activity, and then they're going to use that network so that they can say, okay, what do I say next to this person? Questions on this part of it?
Bree, so would you share, because I think this is like, I love this part of it, whenever you have the interactivity, whenever you're sharing, and like it's a personal message and you share the interactivity and click here, click here, click here, like you just met somebody, that one. I love that one.
Okay, so I will share this, Jim. This is a really easy, personable one, and you can attach this funnel we've made to it. So here's a demo. This I made for someone who said she meets a lot of people at the gym. So here we go.
Hey, Lisa. It was so good meeting you today at the gym. Go ahead and click that button. That's that wrinkle limiter that we were talking about. It'll take you straight to my website and you can add it to your cart. And if you want to book that pamper session we talked about and try our 5-step skincare system, go ahead and click the next button. And finally, if you'd like to join my Facebook group, I would love to make sure that you don't miss out on any of the beauty tips that I post in there.
This is a really simple video that I personalized. I made the title, Hey Lisa. So when she gets on her phone, she sees her name with an emoji and knows it's not generic. You could make a script and they could literally just use a teleprompter to copy this. These buttons would already be there. They wouldn't even have to know how to make the buttons on it. But this with tracking activity, then I know Lisa watched the video. I get a notification. Lisa clicked on the wrinkle limiter. Lisa clicked on my pamper session, but she didn't actually book an appointment, which may mean she couldn't find a time that worked for her. And I need to follow up with her. We're seeing a 531% increase in engagement from interactive video versus any other funnel. When we send out a series, a drip campaign of emails, a drip campaign of text messages versus a video that feels like the perfect baby between, it feels like to me, FaceTime call with your friend and TikTok influencer had a baby and gave you some buttons for this. And so we're used to looking at a phone, seeing someone's face and engaging with that. That's why this type of interaction is so high in the conversion of it all. People are excited. They click a button. It's the iPad generation, right? You give a baby an iPad, they just start clicking buttons. It gets a shot of dopamine. This gives you the same shot of dopamine when you can give them a button within the first 8 to 15 seconds, which is why you saw in the Remon collection, we had that very short video and they got to choose a button right away. I wanted to show how the teleprompter works as well, just so that you guys can see, because that is a big one for us. So this is a YouTube video. You'll notice there was no commercial that started. There's nothing on the side versus if I go here and I click on this video right here,
sharing gym.
There's stuff on the side. There's things in the bottom. When you share within AICE, this is exactly how it plays.
Recording video.
The cool part is it will only suggest videos from the same account, no competitors, no haters. There's nothing on the side, nothing on the bottom. Well, that's a horrible place. I left Steve's face stuck. But you also, if this was your own personal YouTube, you are still getting the views. If it's the company's videos, they're still getting the views. You're getting those viewable hours. It still counts for all of that. It just cleans it up and makes it distraction free. But I want to show you how this teleprompter works. You have the script saved. You grab it
within the Gyms tab, select video and choose the record video option. You may remember the 3 icons at the bottom of the screen. Selecting the one on the right leads to the Gym tab where I can select the text gym I just created. Now back at the record a video screen, I can edit the size of the teleprompter text and the speed at which it will scroll by. With just a little practice, most will be able to find the ideal combination of text size and scroll speed for them. Once I have the settings I want, I can hit the record button and
super simple. And these are all of our videos. We make them 1 minute, 2. I think the longest one we have is 2.5 minutes, so that anything they want to learn, you didn't just inherit this new job called AICE tech support, because as a field leader, that's what drove me crazy. I would find something cool, and now suddenly I have this unpaid position where I'm teaching people how to use this new tool that's taking away the time that I should be out there in the field and working with my people. And so we have videos already built in. We have support already ready to go. And then I want to show you the scheduler as one last thing, and then I'll take another break for questions. Because if you've ever used Calendly or any of those other apps like I had, I was paying premium because I had so many different links for different types of demos or booking appointments. It was always a little complicated for people to use and set those up on the front end. Look how simple our scheduler is. And this scheduler is included even in the AICE Essentials. You click scheduler, you put in the name. So I would do ICD demo session or coaching call, whatever you want. Decide what your duration is. Let's say 30 minutes. Decide, is it a call, in person, or Zoom? And if you have your Zoom synced with your AICE account, then it will automatically assign a unique Zoom number, or you can use your ID. Decide what days I want to make this happen. Turn it on, add more time frames, and that's it. I can put a description or I cannot. Took me about 2 minutes to set that up. I don't need a lot of tech skill. And then I can share it with a tracker or just share it normally. And this is what it looks like. Super simple. They go in, it syncs, it adds the information to my network, it adds it to my calendar, and I'm ready to go. So they can start building Zoom demos without needing to pay for an extra app somewhere else. All right, I'm going to pause for more questions here. Take my money, Kristen. I love it. Well, here's the good news. We're not going to take your money for 30 days. Here's why. We have set up a specific page for our Remon friends. It's a 30-day. If you go to our regular website, you're going to see a 14-day trial as standard. For you guys, we've negotiated this. Taylor's asked for a favor. And when Taylor asks for a favor, we always give a favor. So you guys get an extended 30 days, which means you and your team can actually start sharing and using this funnel to get one sale before you even pay for it. So it pays for itself. And then after that, depending on which plan you get, it's $9.99 or $19.99. It's month to month. There's no long-term contracts, and you can downgrade or upgrade at any point. So here's what I always tell people. You only get one free trial, period. If you deactivate your account and you sign up 6 months later, you're not getting another free trial. You get one free trial. So while it's free, do the pro for 30 days and set a reminder in your phone at 29 days to decide if you want to downgrade or not. But use all the features, make all the things, play with everything in the first 30 days and get the pro, especially for all of you who are leaders. You're going to get everything ACE has to offer for that 30-day trial. I would not suggest doing the Zoom right now, because the Zoom, you do not get a trial. The Zoom, you immediately are going to get charged because Zoom doesn't give us a free trial. So I would prefer for you guys to choose one of these options so you get that 30-day trial. And what we want to do is start collecting data. We're going to be looking at the analytics on your specific gym. We have a leaderboard that we are going to build for you on this gym. Actually, it's already been built on this specific gym. And let me show you what that looks like. Let me go to ACE presentations. Here we go. A leaderboard looks like this. This is for one specific gym, which this is the official Remon funnel we've built for you. Then you're going to be able to see where your team ranks. So on your team meeting, you can say, hey guys, oh my gosh, they're beating us. Let's keep going. Oh, and so individually, but also as a team, you'll be able to create some recognition around this. Look at this. This particular person, they signed up with this name on ACE. I would suggest people sign with their real name. They shared this past week 785 unique trackers. So if you just do the copy link for everybody, that counts as one. So it's encouraging that you take the extra 3 seconds to create a unique link for each person, because that's where you're going to get the highest conversion. And then 920 people opened, which meant people went back and opened it more than just once. And then you look at, but if we go down, let's go down here to in the 300s. Somebody only had 7 shares, but 6 of those 7 opened it. And they're higher than the person that did 15 shares, because what we are encouraging is that you do the follow-up when you get this activity tracking, because we know, you guys, the tool is not the game changer. You're the game changer. They're the game changer. And so we're using the tool to teach them how to follow up, because the fortune is in the follow-up. And so they're going to get ranked based on their opens, not just their shares. So they start being very intentional with sharing the tool and following up and making sure that it's doing what it's designed to do. Should we wait so I'm going to answer a question we've gotten in the chat. If we want to trial it, should we wait to start it for any coming info? No, it's all in there. It's ready to go. We've been working on this. I don't know how long we've been working on this, Taylor. Weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. This is ready to go. When you sign in for Remon, you will get the Remon collection will already be loaded in your app. If it's not, you'll just email support@ace.cc and we'll make sure we get that loaded in. It's ready to use. You could start sharing this funnel today.
So what I want to point out too is, and I don't think this was covered because I know a lot of ladies on this team, a lot of you use the Canva piece, which I think is probably a very unique piece to the application, which is whenever you use Canva, anytime you make changes on whatever flyer or whatever that you have already got in place, anybody that's in your team or anybody that's using that's with your group, they automatically get those changes updated immediately. So I think that's for those of you to have to go back in and recreate flyers. I think that's a really great selling piece. But I just want you to keep in mind, number one, there is nobody like you're in a very unique situation because nobody else at Remon has access to this. Like, you're it. Like, you are it. So you have a running start. You have the advantage of this that nobody else has because of the relationship that I have with Abigail and Amy, because companies, for them to put together what they've put together, would have been a $10,000 price tag for a company to do this minimum. So you guys have a very unique runway right now to be able to take advantage of this opportunity. So I hope that that you see that, and what they've done, the collaboration with some of the assets that Abby had, Lori had, like Amy, like all of that you guys have put together using it. Like, so I hope that you're excited about it, because the uniqueness of this is like something I've never experienced before. So don't get overwhelmed in all the things. Just remember, if you've got people, if all they use is just this piece of sharing, getting the products, sharing, getting the opportunity, just this sales funnel right here, they will win. I think the numbers will come in and you will be astounded, because not only like, there's been multiple companies. Talk about one of the original companies that you started working with, Bree, and what's been their numbers by implementing a sales strategy like this. This is very powerful.
So we have one company, they were the first company to adopt us a year ago while we were still in pre-launch. And all they did was take one gym. They didn't even have a bunch of stuff. They weren't even using interactive video yet because it wasn't perfected. One gym, just like what we built for you guys, one thing. And they were doing that share tracking activity. We've literally sold millions of dollars for their product with one gym. And they're the company that we just did this second big funnel launch on Saturday. So when we did their Zoom a year ago, they had 52 people. I think it was 52 or 55, Brian was telling me, on the very first Zoom that we did with them. Now we had over 3,500 people on that same Zoom this year. That's how much their company has grown. And of course, that's just a small population of their whole field. And we have a video on our YouTube where we're speaking with the corporate staff and saying, how many people from your company are coming in on an ACE gym? They said 98% of our company signs up directly from an ACE gym, not the fancy email funnels, not all the texting, all the ACE gym. Simplifying it, following it up. So someone asked about TikTok and you can't share links there. My assumption is people aren't just looking at a TikTok video and then finding you on your Remon. You're doing some type of messaging, you're doing some type of communication to get them to purchase or sign up. In that same communication, whether that's private messaging or whatever it is, wherever you're directing them to, this can be shared. This is not a mobile friendly app, you guys. I want you to understand the difference, because I had to learn the difference. Mobile friendly means it's built for the desktop, but it can do some things on your phone. This is a mobile first app. It is built knowing that 98% of our business done by 92% of the field is from your phone. We are the world's first 100% mobile funnel builder. You can build a funnel from beginning to end from scratch on your phone without ever logging into a desktop. And so anywhere you can share a link, anywhere, if you can send a word, if you can type a word, you can drop an ACE gem link in there, a trackable ACE gem link in there, and get it out and get the information out. Oh, girl, Holly, I understand minnow brains so much. Me and Perry are best friends right now. When you were saying an ACE gem, are you referring to whatever you send them? Yes. Let me show you. That's a great question. I shouldn't be using that language. I should be using words like asset. So anything can be saved in ACE. So not just videos. Let me hit this plus sign here. A YouTube or Vimeo video can be saved in ACE. A video up to 15 minutes long can be uploaded to ACE and stop taking up storage space on your devices. Use our server space instead of yours. Any type of image, that's a picture, that's a flyer from Canva, a JPEG, a PNG. Any link, especially the links to your Zoom or to your website, links you find you're using over and over again can be saved here. Pages. This is page creation, and I'll show you some examples of some beautiful landing pages that you can utilize. Scheduler. These are unlimited number of booking links you can create for any type of appointments that you want to have links for. Sync to your calendar. Text. That's email samples, templates, scripts, anything. PDFs. And a collection just means a folder that you're going to create to group this stuff together. We merge with Canva. We also, on Wednesday, you guys are the first Zoom audience to get to hear this. Wednesday, our soft launch for Project Broadcast goes live. So how many of you know what Project Broadcast is and have used it at all? Kristen got a happy face. Not only is the launch happening to where your contacts will automatically, you'll be able to sync your contacts from the AICE CRM to Project Broadcast. Very soon, you are going to be able to, when someone clicks on a specific link on a page, it can trigger a text campaign. It can trigger an email campaign through your Project Broadcast. This is a big launch. So you're going to see the announcement on Wednesday. Anyone who wants to be part of that can email support@aice.cc and say, I want to be a beta tester for the Project Broadcast launch. And then July 16th is our live webinar where we're going to go wide and broadcast this. If you're already a Project Broadcast user, Kristen, you will also get a 12% discount for life on your Project Broadcast plan for being an AICE subscriber as well. This is a true partnership. But anything I save here, so this is an asset, a flyer, I can add a tracking link. I can clone it. I can download it. I can edit it. I can move it. I can delete it. So if you made a beautiful video and you wanted your people to be able to do a button, you can do it. I'm going to show you how simple it is for you because you guys are leaders. You might be creators. If I hit page, all I have to do is hit a plus sign and I can decide, do I want to add to this page a button, image, text, video, a form, a divider, and then you can get fancy with HTML. It's the same for videos. You upload a video and I decide, do I want to add a button? Do I want to add a picture to the video? And our videos are really simple to duplicate. For now, what I would suggest is don't go in trying to fix and make anything unless you are super, super techie. Use this funnel right here, this start here one, and we're going to be cleaning this up so that this is all they see. They're not going to see these extra pages. If you want access to these extra pages as a leader, you'll just email support@aice.cc and say, I'm a leader at Remon, and then we'll give you access to customize some of those other pieces. But when your team signs up, they're going to see one video, one asset, and AICE Academy, which has tutorials. Super clean, super easy. You can upload, as you can see, I've got everything in here. Personal stuff, spiritual stuff, homeschooling stuff. This really has become a whole life app for me. This is not just something I only use for business. I use this to save recipes. I use interactive video. My friends just made one for my anniversary. They made an interactive video because my friend also uses AICE and it's like, happy anniversary. Click here for messages from all of us. We love you. You can use this for birthday cards. You can use this to recognize your top team members. Click here. Oh, you just got your first new team member. Click here to see how to do onboarding. So there's a lot that can be done. What we don't want is for you to get drowned, for you to drown in all that it can do. If you can see the value of spending $9.99 or $19.99 for the one funnel that gives you tracking and grows your team, then it's worth it. I always say if it replaces one app that you're already paying for, it's worth it at $9.99. If it replaces two apps, it's worth it at $19.99. For me, like I said, it replaced about 15 because I'm the girl who was paying for all the apps, at premium levels, and then paying Zapier to connect it all. Any more questions? Judy, yes, like Brittany said, in AICE Academy, when you get your app, it's going to have a folder that says AICE Academy. There's a bunch of tiny little short videos in there that teach you anything and everything. This will not replace Project Broadcast. This will integrate with your Project Broadcast. I know. Zoom, I know. When people realize for $10 they get big Zoom, the Zoom plan we offer is about a $79 Zoom because it gives you the 500 attendees. It gives you 10 gigabytes of replay storage, so it's not always full. Lori's shaking her head. She's like, girl, yes. Any more questions? Oh, Kristen, I'm excited too. I'm really, and you guys, if you need more than 500, we do have bigger Zoom plans you can add on. We just always start everybody with the $10 add-on because that 500 attendees usually works for most people. But if you are someone that needs 1,000 or something like that, you can upgrade your Zoom plan within AICE as well. And if you've already paid for Zoom for the year, This is not a replacement for Zoom. This is a merger with Zoom. And so what happens is, as long as you use the same email to sign up for ACE that you signed up with Zoom, you'll get an email from Zoom that says, hey, we just noticed you merged your account with your ACE account. You have a prorated amount of $60 for the rest of the year. Would you like us to refund it to your card or apply it to your future billings for ACE? And you get to choose that. And so you don't have to wait till your year is up to merge your Zoom if you want to do that. Any more questions?
Abby, Lori, do you ladies have anything? Kristen, like Amy, like do you have anything that you want to add? Or Bree, like you did a really, really nice job of very detailed, very, very, very explanatory.
I'll say something real quick. It's Amy.
Hey, Amy.
Hey. So y'all, I am not an IT person at all. I just want to be in front of the camera and I just want to talk to people. That's just kind of my thing. I'm not a computer person. So this right here to me is like gold because it's already done for me. And then I can do kind of where I can capitalize on what I'm good at. Because everybody joins for different reasons and they all have different things that they're good at. And so I do know that some of my friends that are in companies that have things already done for them, they are killing it in business. And so
Did we lose her?
She froze.
Amy.
And it was getting good too.
I know, we were just getting to the juice of it.
It could really, oh, can you hear me?
Now we can. You're gonna have to rewind just a little bit, babe.
Oh, I don't know what happened. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
I just was saying the people that I know that are in other companies that use simplified term, like things like this in the IT world, they are killing it in their business. And so I just really want to encourage you to use this. Like pretend like today is day one of your business and say, okay, I'm going to go message this many people and I'm going to send this many texts out with my link. And then I really know that the people that are going to use this will grow their business big time. And so don't waste what they've done for us because this is like a gold mine for anyone that uses it. So I know that I've been a little bit half in, half out with just my life lately, but I am like so excited to just like go big time with this because I know it will really change my business.
I love it.
Awesome.
And so I appreciate that, Amy. And I'm not a techie person either. So like, I would love somebody to be like, oh, if all I have to do is share this button and follow up with people, like what a game changer. Don't worry about all the stuff. If all this other stuff, if you just got overwhelmed whenever she was clicking, you can do this, you can do that. Forget about all that. Just remember, just share the link, just take the sales funnel as it is and just go talk to people and share the link and follow up. If you just do those simple things, I promise you it'll be a game changer because it's whenever you think about use, talk, demo, point, guide, direct, if you can do that direct traffic, like this will be magical because you're not being you're not being the message, you're allowing this to be the messenger for you. So I do want to point out tonight, like if you're the focus group, so the focus group call tonight, so Amy, Lane, and Kristen are going to be on. They're going to be talking about like what they're doing with their trial bags and the success that they're having and specifics as to how they're building and growing their team. They're exploding right now. And so if you've got any new people, if you're on the focus group tonight would be a great time to get them plugged in because they're going to share all the secrets. We all want the secrets. So can't wait to have that tonight. So be paying attention to your group tonight or the emails and the focus group because we'll be sending out the link for that. Anybody else last thing?
I want to jump in here real quick. So you guys, the capacity of what ACE can do, sometimes we have to sell that so that people realize it's worth $19.99 or $9.99. But keeping them focused on the one thing, and then we can do a series of onboardings that teach them different things as you're creating things. But really, the sharers most people are just sharing whatever their leaders create. And that's where it gets really good, really fast. They're not overthinking it, just getting them on, sharing the tool over and over again. And then you recognizing using this leaderboard that we'll drop it in the chat for you, Taylor, and she'll get it out using this leaderboard that they'll see everybody who's sharing that same gym, where they're at and seeing the results of it. It gets really good, really fast.
I love it. Okay.
All right.
Abby, you want to close it out? Thank you so much, Bree. That was amazing.
You're welcome.
Incredible.
Yeah, guys, I will get this recording to Taylor for those of you who need that, and then I'll post it in some other groups. But we've worked so hard on this. Bree, Taylor, I appreciate you guys so much and putting this together for us. I think this has been the missing piece for 80% of our organizations. And so I'm just so excited to take this, and with all the new changes that we have going on with Ramon, I just think we get to hit refresh and start at day one and have one of those powerful tools that I've seen in this industry. So let's prove it. Like, let's get after it. So thank you guys very much. Have a great day, and we'll see you on the focus group tonight.
Thank you, ladies.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks, Bree. Thanks, Abby. Thanks, Amy. Thanks, Lori. Thanks, Carrie. Thanks, Kristen. Thank you.